Hey you guys, I hope you're all doing well. Crystal here with Zen Mind Boutique. This video is going to be me discussing with you the biology behind anxiety. So for me, I think it's very important that we understand what's going on with our mental health issues. We understand what's going on within our bodies and within ourselves in order to truly find our own way to cope with it, right? Because like I've said before, mental health impacts people differently. And so if you can understand yourself and your body and your experiences, then you can figure out the ways that are a right fit for you to cope with that. All right. So this video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about the biology behind anxiety. So when you're experiencing anxiety, typically what's happening is your brain is being stimulated. So think of your mind and your body like a computer system. So in our brains, we have what's called our limbic system. And within our limbic system, we have the hippocampus and we have the amygdala. The job of the hippocampus is to store our memories. And the job of the amygdala is to connect those memories to emotions, right? So our amygdala stores what's called our emotional memories. And when you're experiencing anxiety, typically you have an external stimulus, which is like a threat to your mind, right? So this external stimulus could be things like stress, it could be things like being under pressure, or it could be a situation that is occurring in the present moment or has occurred in the past that you continue to think about. So once there is an external stimulus, your brain starts to kick into action because it is feeling threatened. It is feeling like your body is being threatened, therefore it needs to take an action to make you safe. So when that's happening, your amygdala is kicking into start that fight, flight, or freeze response, right? So it is releasing hormones such as adrenaline and cortisol throughout your body to prepare you to either run away from the situation, fight the situation, or freeze in the situation, okay? So it releases the adrenaline, the cortisol, and these hormones that prepares your body. And so when you get anxiety, that's what's happening, is that you're experiencing symptoms from those hormones being released. The symptoms that you can be experiencing are things like having a headache, having stomach tension, muscle tension, not being able to sleep. Your breathing becomes rapid, so you start to maybe hyperventilate, breathe a little bit faster. So those are some of the symptoms that's occurring when your mind is being triggered, okay? And so what happens as well is that your amygdala then also can take over your frontal lobe. So the frontal lobe of your brain, the job of that is to help you to process things and to think clearly about a situation and what to do during that situation. So if your amygdala takes over and it releases those hormones, then your frontal lobe is then being affected, because now you're not able to make clear decisions and you're not able to think clearly, basically, is what's happening. All right. So I think that the reason why I really wanted to explain that is because when we have those symptoms, right, when we have our anxiety and we're feeling these things like the tension, the headaches, all those things are kind of your body's way of alerting you that something is not right. So when you're experiencing anxiety, when you're experiencing these things, that's when you have to reprogram your mind to make sure and to assure that your mind knows that it's going to be okay. So if you're not under a threat in the moment, then you can do things to start to reprogram your mind, just to make sure that it calms down some of that anxiety and some of those symptoms. So in my Zen Mind Boutique Instagram page, I posted things like you can change the temperature of your body in order to calm it down. So when your mind is in alert and it wants to protect you, the temperature within your body can change. So what you can do is to, if you're feeling very hot, cool down that temperature using cold water or getting in front of an AC or a fan, to help you, or even going outside and giving more oxygen to your brain, to help your brain understand that everything is going to be okay. Something else you can do is force yourself with the deep breathing to practice the deep breathing, so that you can reprogram your mind into saying, I'm breathing okay, everything's going to be fine. Another thing you can do is remove yourself from a situation or a scenario. So if you're feeling anxiety and you're in a certain setting, or you're feeling anxiety and you're with a certain person, this person can be bringing about certain memories that are not good for you. So you might want to remove yourself from that situation or from that person. Something else you can do is, when you're feeling that anxiety, is change your mentality. Because a lot of times we think negatively, right? So you want to change that mentality and think of something positive, even if you have to like force it almost, because it's a matter of practicing so that you can reprogram your mind. Well, guys, I hope that this helps, and I remind you guys to always be Zen, be love, and be you.